in about 1 minute. Does anyone need to use the repeater before we begin? Good afternoon. This is Cycle 2 of the ARRL Western Massachusetts Traffic Net. This net meets Monday through Friday at 1300 local time on the Nobark, Mount Greylock, K1FFK 146.91 repeater with a PL of 162.2. The purpose of this net is to handle any messages between cities and towns of Western Massachusetts and provide liaison to the first region net that meets on 3948 kilohertz at 13:45 p.m. local time. This is a directed net. Please do not break the net unless you have emergency or priority traffic. Please do not leave the net without first informing net control whenever possible. Your net control station today is November 1 Alpha November Delta. My name is Doug, and I'm in Munson, Massachusetts. At this time, are there any stations holding emergency or priority traffic? Emergency or priority only? Please call now. Nothing heard. Net Control is now looking for our first region liaison station, Alpha Bravo 1 Tango Charlie. Paul, please call and list any traffic. And nothing heard. Net Control is now looking for any stations holding traffic or announcements for the net. Traffic or announcements only. Please call now.
Here be November 1 Quebec Oscar Victor N1 QOV will be in Pittsfield running commercial power. Commercial power, I have no traffic for the net. Announcements after check-ins, please. Doug.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you old pirate. Tried to call you the other day. You know, the 21st of November was the anniversary of Captain Edward Teach's death, also known as Blackbeard. He was killed off the North Carolina coast in 1718. There you go, a little history lesson for you. All right. Net Control is now looking for any station wishing to check into the Western Mass Traffic Net with or without traffic. Please call now. K1FFK. There it is. Here it is. Kilo Charlie 1 Alpha Echo Oscar. Rich in Lovell, Massachusetts. Commercial power, no traffic. Good afternoon, Doug. Good afternoon to the net.
This is Whiskey Alpha 1 Sierra Juliet Golf Susan, East Long Meadow. Commercial power, no traffic. 63.3 degrees in East Long Meadow. Good afternoon, Doug, into the net.
Is into
WJNT, November 2, Juliet, November Tango, Jack and True, New York. Good afternoon, Doug. Good afternoon to the net. I'm running commercial power and I have no traffic. Kilo Charlie 1 Bravo Yankee Delta, Rich from Pittsfield. No traffic. Battery power, good morning.
All right. That recognizes and welcomes N1QOV. Good afternoon, Obi. KC1AEO. Good afternoon, Rich. WA1SJG. Hi, Susan. Hope everything's okay. Missed you at the meeting the other night. N2JNT. Good afternoon, Jack. And KC1BY. I think I wrote that wrong, Rich. BYD, I think it's supposed to be. Well, I'll change that. Any other stations wishing to check into the Western Mass traffic net?
This is November 1, Mike Whiskey, Juliet Ellis, Battery Power, New Ashford.
Okay, recognizing N1MWJ Ellis. Good afternoon to you. Obi, go ahead with half of your announcements.
Arr. Well, it's not widely known, but there were a lot of pirates that were unofficially sanctioned by certain governments. The original clandestine operations. But anyway, the usual stuff. Most of this is on the NOBARC website, Northern Berkshire Amateur Radio Club.org, or somewhere on the internet, or I made it up. Newcomers Roundtable, first and third Mondays of the month, 7:30. This repeater, all welcome. First Mondays, the Aries race season. That's 7 p.m. This repeater, I think there's something on HF 3943 or something at 6:45. New net, first Tuesday net, coming up this first Tuesday of the month, 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. That's for the Medical Reserve Corps people. I guess all are welcome to that. I guess everybody knows about the Sunday morning Aries races, whatever net, starting at 8:30, 3944 each up, then on the NOBARC repeaters. 2 meters at 9, 6 meters at 9:30, 440 at 9:45, and 220 at 10. And we'll wind up on this part with one more pass of the ISS at 22:47 this evening. Nat?
Thank you, sir. Any other stations wishing to check into the Western Mass traffic net with or without traffic, please call now. All right. Very, very weak. I think it's Kilo 2 Delta Papa. Is that correct? Okay. Kilo Delta 2 Delta Papa. I think I got it now. And that's Walter, if I remember rightly. You're barely making it, Walter, but I got you down here. All right, any other stations wishing to check into the Western Mass traffic net, please call now. Okay, nothing heard. Obi, go ahead with the rest of your announcements, please.
Okay. Current conditions in Pittsfield, overcast 62 degrees Fahrenheit, wind out of the south at 12, gusting Tango Oscar 22 miles per hour. Slight chance of showers this afternoon, and they're saying it might snow sometime soon. Countdowns, 2 days until Thanksgiving, which they say falls on Thursday, the 27th of November. Things happening in the world. National Women's Day in Samoa. Got some heavy ladies there, I think. And new regime anniversary in Zaire, Democratic Congo. Things happening in the USA. Celebrations. National Sardines Day. And according to the NOBARC website, which I guess is up because I'm reading it, November 30th, next meeting, November 30th at the Berkshire Humane Society building on Barker Road in Pittsfield. And also at the Berkshire Humane Society, the NOBARC annual holiday dinner, Saturday, December 6th. You can look it up for further details. I think it's a potluck. Bring a bag. Bring your own, not bottle. And the next contest coming up is the 160 meter CW contest on December 5th through 7th. I think who was talking about putting up a 160 meter? Oh, that was John. And finally, like it or don't, current solar 173, A is 10, K is 2. And the number of sunspots is 66. Cookie Bird, 66. Back to Ned.
Thank you, Captain Teach. All right, last call for any stations wishing to check into the Western Mass Traffic Net before we close. Please call now. Okay, nothing heard. Obi, what did you do with John? We're missing John. He's conspicuous by his absence. Anyway, with that, this closes Western Mass Traffic Net. I'd like to thank the Northern Berkshire Amateur Radio Club for the use of the Mount Greylock K1FFK 146.91 repeater. The time is now 13 hours and 12 minutes. I now return the repeater back to normal amateur radio use. Thank you to all the stations who checked in and those who stood by while the net was being conducted. This is November 1 Alpha, November Delta, now signing clear, 732 well. And Susan, are you still there? WA1SJG?
Yes, I am, Doug.
K1FFK.
I got you beat on the temperature. I got 65.2. And how are you doing?
Yeah, you always have me beat with a warmer temperature. I don't know how the heck you do it because we're down in the valley. I would think that we would be with the warmer trend. I'm doing really good. The operation went really well, and the only thing I got was complications from the anesthesia. So they got to work that part there out so it doesn't happen in the future. But everything else is looking good. I'll get my results on December 8th for sure.
Oh, glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Yeah, we were missing you for sure at the meeting, and then the speakers didn't show up, and Mary was over there saying, "Oh, this had to happen today, right? I don't have Susan, and now NWS got their wires crossed. I guess one of the speakers, I guess Rob couldn't make it." And the other one, it wasn't on his calendar. They messed it up somehow. So, but anyway, we enjoyed ourselves just the same. But we were missing you, Susan.
I appreciate that. It was a little bit on the confusing side because Ray had missed the October one because of some work complications, and he himself had said November would work better because they'd be able to put together even more slides in his PowerPoint. And he said the same thing. He says, well, Rob, he says, so the two of them, they actually booked themselves for the November one. And then, so what I did is I just sent a reminder notice out on the 13th of this month, and I even gave with our secretary the projector so he would have it, and had Ernie bring over the laptop. So I figured everything was going to be secured, and then I found out best plans don't always come together.
Yeah, it's always something, isn't it? Well, it got to be about the time when we figured they would be there, and Mary was going, not knowing what she was going to do. But somebody had a number and they called on the telephone, and he said, "Geez, no, I didn't know I was supposed to be there today." So anyway, that's how it went. So it was kind of disappointing, because I was looking forward to hearing their presentation. But they'll come next time, I guess, or whenever. Sooner or later they'll get there. So
Might be when there's another, hopefully it doesn't take place, but some other weather event that gains some extra attention. Yeah, I really was looking forward to that one myself. And I said, well, I'm missing it, but at least everybody else will get it. And I was really disappointed when I heard, that they forgot about it, because they were booked saying that was going to be a perfect time for them. So perfect time, I guess, in somebody else's time zone. That's the only thing I can think of. But sorry, guys, missed that part right there. And I thought I had Mary all set, and even gave her out the agenda to make it easy. And then I find out, oh well. So glad you were able to be there. Gave Mary some moral support. This is WA1 SJG.
yeah, it was all right. I mean, we enjoyed ourselves anyway, but we were kind of looking forward to that. And I guess there won't be a regular meeting in December, right? Just the party will count, right? Am I right assuming that?
Yes, that's what they do every year. They count the party there, the joint one between HCRA and Mount Tom, as our meeting, and HCRA does the same thing, or they have done in the past. I don't know if that's going to be their continued practice this time.
KC1AEO.
Uh-oh, there's Charles. Go ahead, Rich.
Susan, I hear you've got some nominees for vice president and some nominees or a nominee for vice president and a nominee for secretary. That was a good meeting as far as I was concerned.
Yeah, I was really happy to learn that, because what we're trying to do is get more people involved in on it. We don't want to keep the same board members, not because we don't want them. It's just that they have a lot of outside commitments as well. So we figured we'd like to be able to tap some new resources always along the line. And so when I heard that, I said, well, that lifted my spirits up on that one. Thanks, Rick.
Hope you're feeling good, Susan.
Actually, I am. The surgery went well, and we'll find out the final results on December 8th. But the doctor doesn't think it's cancer, but it's something he never seen before. And the old adage my mother always said, if somebody's going to get something different, it's going to be me. So at least I have lived up to my reputation. WA1 SJG.
This is KC1AEO, and I'll be clear.
Okay. Yeah, somebody, I don't even remember who it was, volunteered their services as vice president, and was voted in. And so anyway, I know Mary has a million things going on there, so it'd be good for her. Well, you take care, Susan, and good hearing from you, and we'll probably see you at the Christmas party if you're going to make that. 7-3 for now. WA1SJG. This is N1AND.
WA1 SJG will be clear. N1AND. Thank you so much for the interest, and looking forward. Bye-bye.